Good day. Truly, Homeroom Guidance is a developmental and proactive program that has standards and competency that cut across all grade levels. The competency indicators are arranged from simple to complex and focus on the development of higher order thinking, such as analyzing and evaluating concepts, processes, procedures, and principles rather than just remembering. We should be aware that the standards and the competencies of homeroom guidance are anchored on certain theories since each domain has its own peculiarities in consideration of the needs of Filipino learners and society. Homeroom guidance is composed of three domains as academic, personal and social, and career. Since homeroom guidance follow the developmental level of learners, its identified standards and competency cut across all grade levels. However, the level of difficulty in the competency indicators varies as learners progress in the grade level. The academic development is guided by Jerome Bruner's scaffolding theory that espouses that children will become independent learners as they mature if they are given the support and active help from their parents and teachers at the onset of their learning. The said theory states that the scaffold, reminiscent of a building scaffolding of the growing child in their learning process, is the knowledgeable person within their proximity, that is, their parents at home and teachers in school. Now, let's discuss the standard for academic domain. Okay, first, understand the knowledge, skill, and positive attitude for the achievement of optimum learning in school and in daily living. Here, let us take, for instance, the methods of effective study habit toward lifelong learning of our learners. Second, analyze the relevance of experiences in school and community toward academic success, in which learners consider positive and negative experiences in school and community toward success. Third, utilize knowledge and skill toward academic success, where here the learners can demonstrate talents, interests, and skills relevant to learning. Fourth, develop academic skills to respond to community development based on international standards, in which learners participate in school activities relevant to the needs of community, especially this pandemic. The standard and its competency of the academic domain, in which first is to understand the knowledge, skill, and positive attitude for the achievement of optimum learning in school and in daily living. And its competencies are first, identify the methods of effective study habits toward lifelong learning. Second, demonstrate effective study habits. Third, share knowledge, skills, and positive attitude helpful in lifelong learning. Here, they can describe good study habits, show how they value studying. Next, number 2 standard for academic domain is to analyze the relevance of experiences in school and community toward academic success. Competencies are consider positive and negative experiences in school and community toward success. Okay? Second, share the lesson learned from school and community that can be used in daily living. Third, apply lesson from home, school, and community to daily living with consideration to family and society. Here, an example that our learners can differentiate the good and bad experiences in school and community. Also, they can identify the healthy and unhealthy brought by their experiences. Next, third, utilize knowledge and skill toward academic success. Its competencies are demonstrate talents, interests, and skill relevant to learning. Second, enrich knowledge and skill toward academic success. And third, prepare using knowledge and skill toward academic success. Okay, learners can identify skills, talents, and interests relevant to the attainment of their learning. Next, the fourth standard for academic domain is to develop academic skill to respond to community development based on international standards. Its competencies are participating school activities relevant to the needs of community. Second, demonstrate the academic excellence based on global needs. Third, live ways that respect and protect the environment. Here, our learners can identify skills learned from school. For example, how to appreciate being active and participating relevant to the environment or taking care of our surrounding. On this slide, we can see the personal social domain. Mind you that the personal and social development domain in Home Guidance got inspiration from the theory of Erik Erikson's psychosocial development. Its descriptive overview of social and emotional development was taken as one of the considerations in crafting the standards and competencies. His view on mastering the attitudes, ideas, and skills at each stage of development to help learners to be successful and contributing members of society is highly evident in the program. And these standards are: first, understand the importance of oneself and others. Second, analyze responsible decision and goals toward achievement of personal welfare and common good. Third, apply ability to protect oneself and others toward effective ways of problem solving. Fourth, enrich ability to share oneself to respond to international standards. Okay, so this is the standard for the personal and social domain. The first is to understand the importance of oneself and others. Its competencies are value oneself, value others, respect individual differences, gain understanding of oneself and others. Here, the learners can identify one's likes, dislikes, talents, and interests. They can also enumerate one's basic rights as a child or identify one's task at home and in school. Next, second standard is to analyze the responsible decisions and goals toward achievement of personal welfare and common good. Its competencies are: examine the different factors in decision making for the achievement of success. Second, provide proper procedure toward responsible decision making. Third, evaluate experiences in decision making towards achieving common good. Here, learners can list down the people who can help make sound decisions, enumerate the steps in making good decisions, or show the importance of help from adults when making good decision or sound decision, making ways of making good decision. Next is to enrich ability to share oneself to respond to international standards. Its competencies are: share one's abilities for the development of others and community, engage oneself in meaningful programs and initiatives for the common good, strengthen self-empowerment to respond to the needs of the community, and respond to personal and social needs that can contribute to the promotion of international standards. Here, our learners can describe the people or they can identify the activities that can one participate in school and community or show a willingness to participate in school and community activities, and also demonstrate healthy relationship to others. Recall situation where problems were solved appropriately, or makes a simple personal commitment to participate in school and community activities. Okay, next, the standard for career development domain. The career development domain is influenced by the career development theories of John Crumboltz, Donald Suffer, and Ellie Ginsberg. Crumbolt's theory of career development claims that genetic endowment, that includes sex, race, developmental disability, innate talents, affect the career choice of a person. Furthermore, the environment, life events, and learning experiences also shape one's career decisions. People's changing roles and priorities create a great impact on their career direction. Now, these are the standard for career domain or career development domain. First is to understand the importance of knowledge, skill, and positive attitude helpful to daily living and their relation to life and profession. Second, analyze the relationship of one's skill and experiences in choosing a profession, vocation, and future plans. Third, apply the ability to choose their own field based on the different factors toward achieving goals in life. Fourth, implement steps toward the realization of chosen profession and vocation based on international standard. Also, the concept of career development as a lifelong process, including its early development of Ginsberg, is clearly reflected in the career development domain of the program. The homeroom guidance advocates the early inclusion of career concept in the lives of learners and guides them as they discover the path that they want to take. Okay, now let's take a look on the career domain. Its first standard is to understand the importance of knowledge, skill, and positive attitude helpful to daily living and their relation to life and profession. Its competencies are identify factors related to life and profession and explain the significance of knowledge and skill needed in life and profession. So here, learners can name things that they can do well or link the things one can do well with the different works or perform things that learner can do well. Next standard is to analyze the relationship of one's skill and experiences in choosing a profession, vocation, and future plans. Its competencies are: first, gather information about life, profession, and vocation. Second, understand the importance of guidance from parents or guardians and significant adults in choosing a profession, vocation, and future plans. Third, relate the choice of profession, vocation, and future plans to one's skill, competencies, and the roles of parents or guardians and significant adults. Fourth, strengthen the connection among knowledge, skill, and roles of parents or guardians and significant adults in choosing a profession, vocation, and future plans. Here, learners can differentiate the roles of the people in their community. No? They can show appreciation on the roles of the people or visualize a good community member. Next is to apply the ability to choose their own field based on the different factors toward achieving goals in life. The competency are describe the chosen field, decide for life and profession, and reflect on the decision made for life and profession. Here, learners can identify different career choices, describe the traits and function of different people in the community, or show appreciation of the contribution of the people in the community, or simulate one's preferred work. Next, implement steps toward the realization of chosen profession and vocation based on international standards. Its competencies are: determine aspects that need to be valued in planning life and profession. Second, state steps to fulfill the goal in life. Third, outline plans for the chosen profession, vocation, and the future. Show adherence to step based on the outlined plan. So here, learners can create a simple plan to improve oneself or preparation for one's future, or value the role of a simple plan to prepare oneself for the future. This is a sample of a curriculum guide. No? As you can see, for the first column, we have there the standard. The second is the competencies. Third is the competency indicator. And the last column is the code. Okay, so as we can see here, the first column is the standard. And it consists of academic, personal, social, and career development domain. Now, the competencies for the academic and personal social domain, and also for the career development domain. Okay, next. The competency indicators for academic domain. Okay, as we can see, first is to state the study habits for lifelong learning. Show the readiness to learn with self-confidence using one's skill and apply effective study habits. That's for to demonstrate effective study habits. And to share knowledge, skill, and positive attitude helpful in lifelong learning. Its competency indicators are show positive attitude in studying, demonstrate the ability to work independently on personal and school activities, and show the ability to work independently and collaboratively, which will contribute to lifelong learning. Okay, next, we have another competency indicators. That's the competency for value oneself, and the competency indicator is to recognize the basic rights and responsibility of a child. Also, to identify personal strengths, weaknesses, talents, abilities, interests, and values. Okay, so next. Then on this slide, we can see the competency indicators for the career development domain. Okay, so identify one's skill, interest, and competency, and enumerate the importance of knowledge and skill necessary to life and profession. Okay, now this time, let's take a look on the code legend. We can see the code here. No? The letter H, G, P, A, dash, Roman numeral 1, lowercase a, dash, 1. HG stands for homeroom guidance, P is primary level, A for academic domain, PS, if you can see a PS there, that is personal and social domain. If you can see the letter C, that's career domain. And the Roman numeral 1, that stands for the quarter. And the lowercase a stands for the week. And the number 1 there is the number of competency indicator. Okay, so in the light of the COVID-19 pandemic, the DepEd through the VCD, CSDD has produced a list of homeroom guidance most essential learning competency. This was done in order to ensure that the grade level standards, along with the corresponding competencies, are still attained. Homeroom guidance curriculum is essential to ensure access to quality guidance and counseling services for all types of learners. Hence, different learning modalities will be made available in the implementation of the homeroom guidance program. In the process of identifying the most essential learning competency, the endurance criterion was also used. That a learning competency is useful in a lifelong learning. More homeroom guidance most essential learning competency criteria are applicability to real-life situations, that during this pandemic, the safety, health, and well-being of the learners be protected, needs of the learners in these times of COVID-19 pandemic should be safety and security, complements learning competency developed in other academic subjects, so that work in close association with other competency in other subjects. Now, let's take a look on this table for kindergarten level. The first column shows the quarter of school year. The second column, which is the homeroom guidance curriculum guide. Under these are the number of learning competency in academic, personal, and social, and career development domain. Then the next column is the homeroom guidance most essential learning competency, or what we call the MELCs. Under these are the number of learning competency in academic, personal, social, and career development domain. For the first quarter, the total number of learning competency from the homeroom guidance curriculum guide is 18, while on the homeroom guidance MELCs, there are 6 from personal social domain. So why merely from personal social domain? It's because kindergarten learners need to understand the importance of oneself and others. For the second quarter, the total number of learning competency from the homeroom guidance curriculum guide are 14, and now on the homeroom guidance MELCs, there are 4 MELCs from the personal social domain and 2 MELCs from the career development domain, with a total of 6 MELCs. Now, why personal social? To gain more understanding of the importance of oneself and also to analyze responsible decision by providing proper steps toward decision making. For the third quarter, the total number of learning competency from the curriculum guide are 14, and looking on the MELCs, there are 5 MELCs from personal social and 1 MELC from career development domain, with a total of 6 MELCs. For the fourth quarter, the total number of learning competency from the homeroom guidance curriculum guide are 13, and now there are 1 MELC from academic, 4 MELCs from personal social, and 1 MELC from career development domain. Now, looking at the total of the MELCs, there are 1 MELC or 1.7% from the total number of learning competency in curriculum guide from academic domain, which develop academic skill to respond to community development. 19 MELCs or 32.20% from the total number of learning competency in curriculum guide from personal and social, which guide our learners understand the importance of oneself and others, especially during the pandemic. And 4 MELCs or 6.78% from career development domain, which our learners may take steps to fulfill their goal in life. So overall, there are 24 MELCs in kindergarten level, which is 41% from the total number of learning competency on homeroom guidance curriculum guide. Now, we can see an example of the homeroom guidance most essential learning competency for kindergarten level, which on the first column is the quarter for the school year. Next column is the standard for the 3 domains. Next is the competencies and MELCs, which are arranged from simple, complex, and focus on the development of higher order thinking, such as analyzing, evaluating concept, process, procedure, rather than just remembering. Next. This table now shows the data of MELCs for primary level. For the first quarter, the total number of learning competency from the curriculum guide is 20, while on the MELCs, there are 8 MELCs from personal social. For the second quarter, the total number of learning competency are 14, and there are 8 MELCs. For the third quarter, the total number of Learning competency are 18 and there are 8 MELCs. For the fourth quarter, there are 14 learning competency and there are 9 MELCs. So there are a total of 33 MELCs for the primary level, which are 50% of the learning competency from curriculum guide. These comprise 37.88% or 25 MELCs from personal social, which shows that our learners will be guided to understand the importance of oneself and others and also analyze responsible decisions and goals toward the achievement of personal welfare and common good, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, let's take a look of the example of the curriculum guide or most essential learning competency for primary level. Okay? Next. On this slide is for intermediate level. For the first quarter, the total number of learning competency from the curriculum guide are 25 and there are 9 MELCs. For the second quarter, the total number of learning competencies are 25 and there are 8 MELCs. For the third quarter, the total number of learning competencies are 25 and there are 9 MELCs. For the fourth quarter, there are 28 learning competency and there are 9 MELCs. So there are a total of 35 MELCs for the intermediate level, which are 34% of the learning competency from curriculum guide. So this comprise of 25.24% or 26 MELCs from personal social, which shows that our learners will be guided in applying their ability to protect oneself or themselves and others toward effective ways of also problem solving. 6.8% or 7 MELCs from academic domain so that they can utilize their knowledge and skills toward academic success during the pandemic. 1.9% or 2 MELCs to analyze the relationship of skills and experiences. Okay, next slide is a sample of the most homeroom guidance, most essential learning competency for our intermediate level. Okay, so now let's take a look on that. For example, the competency for value oneself, the most essential learning competency is recognize that changes in oneself is a part of development. Examine one's thought, feelings, beliefs, and the difference between appropriate and inappropriate behavior. Recognize the importance of others as part of family, school, and community on valuing others. For the respect for the individual differences, the most essential learning competency, okay, is to explain the importance of individual differences. And to gain understanding of oneself and others, the most essential learning competency is to determine the fundamental rights of oneself and others, relate oneself to others, and share the lesson from the personal experiences by empathizing with others. Okay? So next. Next. Okay, this one is for the junior high school most essential learning competency table. For the first quarter, the total number of learning competency are 21 and there are 8 MELCs. For the second quarter, the total number of learning competencies are 23 and there are 10 MELCs. For the third quarter, the total number of learning competency are 20 and there are 8 MELCs. For the fourth quarter, there are 27 learning competency on the curriculum guide and there are 10 MELCs. So there are a total of 36 MELCs for the junior high school, which are 40% of the learning competency from the curriculum guide. So this comprises of 21.98% or 20 MELCs from personal social, 9 MELCs or 9.89 from career development domain, and 7 MELCs or 7.7% from academic domain. Higher number of personal and social domain because learners need to have the ability to protect themselves and others during the crisis or the pandemic. Okay, this is also an example of the most essential learning competency for the junior high school. Next. Okay, so for this, as the table for the senior high school reveals that for the first quarter, the total number of learning competency from the curriculum guide are 15 and there are 4 MELTs. For the second quarter, the total number of LCs are 13 and there are 3 MELTs. For the third quarter, the total number of LC are 12 and there are 4 MELTs. For the fourth quarter, there are 13 learning competency from the curriculum guide and there are 4 MELTs. There are a total of 15 MELTs for senior high school, which are 28% of the LC or learning competency from the curriculum guide. Next is a sample of the most essential learning competency of the senior high school. Okay, finally, on this slide is the summary of the homeroom guidance most essential learning competencies per grade level. So we have a total of 402 most essential learning competency. So there, the final outcome is holistically developed learners who are functioning well and equipped with life skill through homeroom guidance curriculum, especially during the pandemic. Have a meaningful day and always keep safe, healthy, and happy. Thank you so much.